So, Carabao Cup semi-final leg uno. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. 10 men Arsenal got out of Anfield with a draw, which doesn't happen often. And listen, big up to all of our fans that went to that game tonight. They've driven up all the way up to Anfield. Yeah, all the way up to Anfield. They've took the day off work. They've took tomorrow off work possibly as well. And freezing cold, wet and windy Thursday night. And they've seen Granit Xhaka get sent off stupidly again. And all of the lads that stayed on the pitch or came on the pitch or were on the pitch put a performance in. Kenny, for anybody who hasn't seen your fan cam, make sure you go and check the fan cams out. Give us your 90-second breakdown, mate.
Basically, what's happening, right, is that because of one player, the biggest pork chop at the football club, a player that I've washed my hands off, Granit Xhaka, we've had to basically change our game plan. We had to, like I said, pull out all the stops. We were running on empty. It's a credible performance. It's by our attacking position, but it gives us a lifeline going at the second leg. However, you know, there are consequences for playing with 10 men. I just pray and hope that we just find extra energy and extra gears in the next 3 games, because I'm including Burnley in that, because like it points towards the European place or the top 4. So that could still, you know, come and bite us. But, you know, Ben White was fantastic. You know, I thought Gabriel was really good. Calum Chambers, steady, just what we need today. Lacazette, great captaincy. You know, Saka and Martinelli worked hard. However, a couple of players, you know, who could have cost us today. Lokonga was rash, but he managed to, you know, like I said, play with himself. And, you know, our goalkeeper was a bit Bruce Grubble, I like, today. And it could have cost us a couple of goals, getting excited, you know, and just wanted to be probably too much part of the action. Come on, we need calm heads, man. You know, Aaron, mate. Come on, this ain't you, mate. Come on, you could have cost us that if, you know, Minamino and Williams had their shooting boots on.
Man, that was probably his worst game for Arsenal. Yeah, ironically. But at the same time, he still kept a clean sheet. Yeah, it was mad.
Somehow he did. Somehow.
Yeah, mad. Jez, for anyone who hasn't watched your fan cam, please do. Go back and check them out. Give us your 90-second breakdown of that game tonight, mate.
Well, first of all, I'll say big up to the away fans, the Arsenal faithful, travelling up on a horrible night up to Anfield, done it yourself, and big up love to you guys, because you kept singing the whole time you were there. Granit Xhaka, you've proved yourself to be who you are. You don't deserve to be at this club. Once again, you've let the whole team down. You've let the team down for Sunday. We had to change the whole team structure into a defensive position, where we had a Liverpool team, in my opinion, that were there for the taking tonight, a weakened animal, as opposed to the normal Liverpool we've been. Going to Liverpool, Anfield Stadium, with 11 men is tough. Having to play with 10 is a nightmare. But fair play to them. They did their job. They kept Liverpool out. Liverpool got to the point of desperation kicking. We only had 20% possession. Well, in the position we were at with 10 men, we've got to accept it. But my fear is that for the weakened position we're going to be in with these players, a lot of these players are going to play on Sunday.
Yeah.
And their physical strength, mental strength is going to be below par. Now, we know that getting up for, going down the lane is always a big game. I said it in my fan cam. It's an FA Cup game every year. So I'm just hoping mentally they can get themselves up for it. But we saw players there struggling with fitness towards the end. They're going to have a light training day tomorrow. and probably Saturday. I just hope we can pull through for the big game on Sunday.
And that's the thing. Like, you know, Granit Xhaka tonight has made us play for 60 odd minutes with 10 men against one of the best teams in Europe, despite them having arguably their best two players out. Yeah, one of them definitely. Mane, you can debate whether he's better than Jota or not, but arguably the best player on the planet right now, yeah, is out. But 60 odd minutes against 10 men, with 10 men against them at their ground, yeah, that's going to have taken a lot out of the lads going into a North London derby, which we haven't won at their ground in the league for 8 years. Then we've got to play this lot again, right? Especially with no midfielders. It's scandalous. It really is. But listen, we'll get to him in a minute. Let's start, Kenny, with Ramsdale, goalkeeper.
Frozen.
Kenny's froze.
Hello, I have.
Ramsdale, Kenny.
Ramsdale, I'm going to give Ramsdale a very low mark today because Ramsdale could have cost us the game today, especially when we're down to 10 men. So I'm giving Ramsdale 5. Handling inconsistent, you know, especially in the second half. It had not been a poor finishing for Minamino, we would have lost it. We would have gone in with a deficit going at the Emirates Stadium. And most importantly, I think before that, there was a mishandling again where Nico Williams had a shot which got cleared line by Benjamin White. So 5, he's getting into the Bruce Grobbelaar situation, which, you know, in terms of the antics and everything. So, you know, we need a calm head, especially from our goalkeeper. We didn't get it all the time, and we've kind of rolled our luck. But, you know, I'm only going by performances. I'm not going to write it off altogether because I know that he's done great things for us. But, you know, it's a match by match. Today he had potentially a stinker for me.
Let's go to right back. He went off very early, Jez. Cedric.
Yeah, felt sorry for the guy, to be fair. He looked okay. But then he went off injured, didn't he, against Notts Forest. So he's obviously carrying something there. And that annoys me with the manager. He takes him off against Forest with an injury, pots him back in. He's obviously done it again. So I'm going to have to give him a 5 because it's not fair to knock him down because it's not his fault. So, yeah, 5.
Kenny, Kieran Tierney.
First, when Granit Xhaka was on the pitch, he was a bit of a liability because he was Granit Xhaka was covering him in spaces, especially in defensive areas, and he was part of the problem when Granit Xhaka got sent off, as was our goalkeeper. But you know, second off rear guard, he showed his mental. You know, he didn't allow himself to get bullied by down the right hand side by Jota and Trent Alexander-Arnold. So I'm going to give him a 7.
7, yeah. Let's go to Ben White, Jez.
Ben White, I actually thought he played well today. Fair play. I know you don't really rate him. But I thought he did right.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jez. Always rated him.
I thought he done all right, mate. You know, we disagree with me and you disagree about Ben White.
He got man of the match by the Sky pundits. I don't know who gave him man of the match, but he got man of the match. I'm
not going to give him man of the match, but I thought he put a shift in. Second half performance, I thought he did bloody brilliantly, and for me, he's a 7.
Let's go to his partner in crime, Kenny, Gabriel.
You know what? He had a bit of the silliness when he was trying to sort of like do what he normally does. You know, sort of followed the forward into the area of uncertainty. Cricketing term I'm using today, but you know what? It was his game, isn't it? He just loves defending. He loves keeping clean sheets. And you know, for me, I thought he was. You know, Ben White got man of the match, but I thought he was slightly better than Ben White. You know what I mean? I'm going to give him an 8.
Wow. I didn't think he was that great, if I'm honest, but it's your player ratings. He nearly scored a great own goal. He shanked one.
To be honest,
someone out
a lot of
halfway.
our players really scored own goals. You know, Ben White had one. I know Liverpool put no Matic with Van Dijk at it. It's one of those things where it was a case of, you know,
Listen, it's your player ratings, mate. I'm only here to manager.
No crosses in, anything can happen. You know what I mean? But you know what? As part of the low block, you know, and like when we did.
Look how posh you sound. Low block.
That's true. You know, that's exactly what we did. The low block in it.
You mean park the bus?
Park the bus. See, when it's
Jose, it's park the bus, but Arteta is low block. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what it is, right? Whenever we play defensive football, our best players are always players like Gabriel. And you know, there's 3 players who thrive in our boring defensive football.
We already know. Let's go. Let's go to midfield. Let's go with Jez. You can have Granit Xhaka tonight.
Yeah, Granit. Jeez, you know,
I'll sit back and shall I go and get the popcorn?
Yeah, you might as well.
You might as well, yeah.
God, you know, I love that man, wanker. Dear God, does he actually think he can play football? Because, mate, honestly, Xhaka, I know you're watching. You need to seriously do one, because you put your teammates into the most untenable position tonight. And fair play to your teammates. They held out and they got a 0-0. You are an absolute disgrace to this football club. You've disgraced the fan base before. You've insulted the fan base before. And you, mate, can absolutely do one. You are a prick. And you, matey, are getting a fucking -2.
Go on, Jez. I've just recorded that and put it on my Insta, by the way.
Good. Put it out there. Send it to him.
I know that you get the sometimes that I give Kenny some of these players. So I was like, you're getting Xhaka tonight.
You know what? I didn't watch it today. I couldn't do Jackie justice today. I didn't want him.
No, mate, Kenny, I thought, no, Jez, sometimes it's like, oh, Gunnar, why didn't you give me this? No, Jez got he had the right to it. He earned that. Jez earned that. He's been waiting patiently. Yeah. Let's go to his partner in crime, Sambi Lokonga.
Struggling. You know, he's a young player, but you know, sometimes when you play Premiership football, and especially at the highest level, games like that, you can't. There's no you know, senior players to hold your hand. Sometimes you have to stand on your own 2 feet. And against Forest, he struggled. Today, he struggled for a bit. But you know what? Because he had the simplified job in terms of, like, you know, being part of the sort of 2 banks of 4, I thought he improved when Arteta simplified our tactics after the pork chop went off. So I'm going to give him a 6. Bit generous, but you know what? You know, he's part of the rearguard action, which was a necessity from the 24th minute onwards.
Yeah.
Let's go to Bukayo Saka, Jez.
Oh, dear. Yeah. I mean, the boy tried. I mean, good God. What are we going to do with this kid? Because he's going to burn this boy out. When I see a player of his quality, and I do rate him, I know you rate ESR above him, and that's fair play, and I can't disagree with you. But why the hell do you see a player go down, take him off, give him a pill,
send him back on?
Send him back on. Take him off. The boy's injured. He's hurting. Don't put him back on for like 2 minutes and then drag him off. Dear God.
Yeah, here you go. Here's an ibuprofen, bruv. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, cocodamol or whatever he bloody gave him, you know, it's disgusting. It absolutely disgusts me. And I feel sorry for the boy. He tried his hardest. I mean, he looks so burnt to me. And for that, I will award him a 6 because he tried his best. But I fear for him. I do.
He missed an absolute sitter as well. His first touch was
But,
shocking.
yeah, but you know,
On another day, it's in the back of the net, isn't it?
the kid's knackered.
Yep.
You know, you can't keep doing this to young kids because eventually, I've said it so many times to you and Kenny, he is going to get a horrendous injury and he'll be out for the rest of the season. And
he's going to be burnt out like Michael Owen was. Yeah, we've had this conversation before. He'll be done by 24, 25. Yeah, if we carry on milking him for every single bit of what he's worth, he'll be done by mid-20s. Yeah, and that's why I put ESR above him, because ESR is built more physically. He's a bigger guy. He's got more about his game for me. His first touch is better. Like Saka is a quality footballer, but he's very slight. He's very skinny. He's very small. Yeah, Smith Rowe has got the ability to be another Kevin De Bruyne, real talk, and that's not taking the piss.
You know what
he
it
has
is,
got
though.
the ability to kick on.
You know, it is though. If you look at the Liverpool situation, one of the things that they kind of missed out on wasn't so much the creativity, because you know there's different kinds of creativity. They missed out on pace. They missed out on the pace of Mane and Salah, and they also, you know, let's face it, you know, they missed out on a fully fit Trent Alexander-Arnold who goes at pace. You know what I mean? So a lot of pace went out of game. And I think what Saka gives us and what he gives Arteta is pace. Genuine pace, and he scares the shit out of defenders when he's on it. And I think that's what he gives us that probably Smith Rowe can't give us, which is, you know, all out pace.
100%, totally agree. Let's go to the opposite side. Gabriel Martinelli, Kenny. While you do that, I'm going to grab a Cerveza.
You know what? He sacrificed himself for the football team. You know what I mean? There's so much. He must have been really frustrated with the fact that, you know, that he couldn't. You know, the game plan wouldn't allow him to sort of, you know, like I said, stretch Liverpool and come back. That was Saka's job to do it, which, you know what I mean? So even when Saka got the ball and Lacazette got the ball, you know, it was like too much of a risk for him to go forward. So, and a sort of a young lad like that, a street footballer, on just, you know, playing that defensive role for the team, I take me out of team. I'm going to give him a 7. You know what I mean? Because I thought that was like a very mature, selfless performance from the lad. Very selfless, because his game ain't built.
Totally agree. He run his nuts off. Absolutely run his nuts off. Let's go to Eddie Nketiah. Cheers. He was a sacrificial lamb tonight. I actually felt sorry for him. I can't lie.
I did. Look, you know my views on this one. I don't rate him, but I felt sorry for the fella. Opportunities in the game to do something. Xhaka did Xhaka stuff, and the boy has to go off. You could see how pissed off he was, and I felt sorry for the boy. I'm going to give him a 5 because he didn't have enough time really to actually do anything. And and take it on. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. You didn't have an opportunity tonight. You don't know with him. He can be great. He can be shit, but he didn't have the opportunity. 5.
That was probably the final nail in the coffin of his Arsenal career as well, because this manager's been begging for him to stay and stay and stay, but then he was the one that was hooked. And I get why he was the one that was hooked, but at the same time, if I'm him, I'm going in that dressing room and I am giving Granit Xhaka verbals, bruv.
I'd be punching him straight in the fucking face, be honest.
Don't blame me, Jason. Everyone wants to slap Jack that day, you know what I mean?
Let's go to you, Kenny. Lacazette.
You know what? Captain's performance. You know what? It must have been so frustrating for the guy, right? You know, to a certain extent that, you know, you get another selfless performance from our captain. You know, he's just whisper it quietly, but you know, he's actually taken up a leadership role since he's
he's part of the leadership group, Kenny.
Well, yeah, he's part of the leadership group. But you know what? Since don't get me wrong, it's not a bash Aubameyang, because I still think that there's more to it than before. But you know, he's back to probably being the main man at the football club since Aubameyang has been given an enforced rest by a manager, and it shows today. Leader, that is a proper captain. You know, and that again, that's not a dig against Granit Xhaka, not a dig against Aubameyang, but this is the sort of captains that we need at the football club, especially if we're going to, wage a campaign on for the top four. And today was no different in terms of trying to get us over the line for the final. I'm going to give him a 7 because,
absolutely
not for his attacking intent, but to execute the tactical plan and lead from the front. That takes a lot of bottle from an attacking player. Normally, you expect that from your defenders, isn't it? To sort of like show leadership. They can see it. They shout. They're bigger lads, and they're macho. But for you centre forward to sacrifice his performance because a pork chop decided to spoil our game plan, and they ruined it for Eddie and Kat, ruined it for other players. 7, you know what I mean? But the thing is that we're going to need him at White Hart Lane. We're going to need them against Liverpool and Burnley because this is when his leadership is going to be very important in the field, because there's going to be some tired limbs mentally where he's going to have to keep on saying, give me more, give me more. That's what's going to be needed. Not just. I just hope that he's fit for those next 3 games because, as you said, Lee, he's normally off by about 70 minutes, isn't he?
100%, and that's the thing. Like, he's now going to be absolutely worn out for that Tottenham game, and he sacrificed himself for the good and great of us going forward, because this is probably his last season at the football club, and he's probably thinking, "I'll run my nuts off tonight. I'll do what I have to do, because if we can get to the final, it's 50-50. It's Chelsea, and they're better than us, but it's a cup it's a cup final if we get there." And he's done that.
Taylor will referee the cup final.
Hey, listen, let me just say something about Tuchel. Yeah, he took over when they were 9th. The only cups that he could have got to the final were the Champions League and the FA Cup. The league was done, right? He got to both of them. This season, the league's not done yet. He's still in it. He got to a Club World Cup by winning the Champions League. So he's got to the first 3 cup finals he could potentially get to. Then the first cup competition domestically that he could get to, he's got to. And they were 9th when he took over. 4 cup finals. The first 4 he can get to, he's got to all of them. And we're stuck with this manager.
Yep.
Be careful what you wish for. Let's go on to substitutes, Jez. Let's go to Calum Chambers.
Yeah, came on, did a shift. I think the whole team basically knew what they're up against after Xhaka did Xhaka things. And I can't knock him. I'll give him a 6. I thought he did all right. And
I can't lie, but it's your player ratings. I actually thought he was great. I can't lie, but it's your player ratings, mate.
I thought he was solid. He put some great stuff in, and no, I'm not going to knock him for it. Under the circumstances, I think that's a bit harshly, but fair play.
But if anyone disagrees in the comments here, don't be a twat. Why don't you just put your player ratings?
A lot of them do, don't they? Some do. There's the odd pork chop.
Look,
he don't say much, does he?
We're always going to have a debate, and that's the greatest thing about this channel. It's the best channel out there for a debate.
Yeah.
And I can't agree with what you've just said, Lee, and you're not going to agree with me. But that's what Kenny, you, and I are all about. But think about this. He came on in the circumstances where we were. We're under the cosh. We're being battered constantly, and I respect that from a footballer, that he gave it his best. He's not the greatest. We know that. But he did. He gave us his service. He earned his money today. Fair play. And I can never ever argue against an Arsenal football player that gives a shift.
Yeah,
that's all I can ask. We
100%,
have some
mate.
shit players. We have some shit. But if they give their best to their best ability, we can put that in graduations of ability. But he did his best and fair play. So there you go.
No, come on. I can't disagree with what you just said. Although I disagree with your score, but we can do it respectfully, just we're adults. Let's go to Robert Holding, Kenny Ken.
As I said, you know that thing we're talking about. Three players who benefit and actually like are suited to, like I said, part of the bus. He's one of them. He just loves defending. Don't if you want to build a train and you want to give the sort of the train maker or the builder instructions, is he a minute? Just defend. Give him simple instructions, and he looks $1 million. He ain't better than Cannavaro though, and he's no. That song's just retarded and quite silly, really. But today, I'm gonna give him a 6 as well, because you know what, did the job. It's remarkable how players respond to just the simplest of instructions. No complications, no trying to get them to do what they're not good at. Just keep it simple. The remit, defend. And we did that today. And, and you might as well, if you want a specialist job done, you get a specialist on. These are specialised defenders like Calum Chambers.
Yeah, totally agree. Let's go to the last substitute, Nuno Tavares. Last time he played, Jez, at Anfield, he passed Diogo Jota clean through. I suppose that was improvement tonight.
Yeah, okay.
I love you, Jez.
Yeah, right.
You're so blunt, it's class.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. 5. Didn't impress me. Sorry.
Jez is ruthless. I love you, Jez. Do you know what? The chat loves you as well, yeah? Right. The amount of people that say to me, you need to get that Jez on more often. Yeah, I love it when he calls Arteta a prick.
Well, actually, tomorrow night I'm on with Del Boy Gunner TV.
Yeah, big up Del Boy, man. Come on.
Yeah. Is he guy from Era? Is he guy from Ireland, didn't it?
Yeah,
big up Del Boy, man.
He put it on. He advertised it on YouTube today, and he's gone. I'm in with a big chat with Jez the legend, and I said, mate, I'm no legend. I just talk Arsenal, and like he said, oh, no. And anyway, fair play. I'm promoting his channel.
Yeah, big up Del Boy, man. Del Boy Gunner TV. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll tell you something. Him, Gracie May, Arsenal. Yeah, Northside, Big Josh, Wax
Big
Online.
Josh. I had him to him last Saturday. Good luck. Good play.
Big Josh is Sam. Also, Wax Online and True Gunner TV, which is Brandon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I sort of mentioned it.
All of them in international break. I'm going to get them on the same podcast.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, all day long. Yeah, they're all sound guys, man. They're all sound people. Yeah, and they're mad undersubscribed, and they've got great views on Arsenal. But unfortunately, majority of people will go and gravitate to the bigger accounts. Yeah, which I kind of accept that I'm one of them indirectly. I'm not a big account in my opinion, but I get why people would gravitate towards me than somebody who's just starting out. I get that, because that's what I used to do when I was looking and before I did YouTube. But that's why I want to promote these people and help these people, because do you know what? They help me. They indirectly support the channel, same as you guys. Yeah, and it's like, let's get them on, man. These people have got great views.
It seems like it's only one way. A lot of people, like, there's a like a one way. Like, for instance, we used to have a mate called One Way Dave, and I can call many of the people who in the Arsenal community one way. They'll only help you begrudgingly once, and then you never hear from them again. But when you're on top, they can't wait to collaborate with you. But
yeah, cool.
They never knowingly. Some do. Even some people I don't really get on with. They do help people out of blogs and everything, but
mate,
it's
the
very
majority
few
of the biggest channels out there they couldn't give a shit who you are. Yeah, they ain't promoting people. Yeah, that's why I like people like Rants. Yeah, and like channels like that. Yeah, because and Matisse as well. Yeah, they always throw little accounts, smaller accounts out there. And when I say little, I don't mean it disrespectfully, because I was a little account. I still see myself as a little account. Like there's channels out there that get more subs in a day than I've got total. So I don't see myself as a big account, which is why when somebody wants to show me mad love, yeah, and they come in and be respectful, even if they're just being respectful and I've only ever seen them once, but they go, I've got a channel. Who was the guy that came in my chat the other day? And he said, "Oh, I've got more subs than you." Yeah, but he came in with some, he came in with something that was against what I say. Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, but Gunner, you say this," and it like weren't a super chat or anything like that. It was like, "Yeah, but Gunner, you say this." Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, but cool, but like this, that, and the other." Yeah, and then he goes, "Yeah, I can't wait till you catch me up on subs." And I was like, "Let me check this guy out." And he plays Minecraft. And he's got 77k subs. Chazza. Yeah, I've just looked at him now, 77.3k. Yeah. But he came in, he had a difference of opinion with me on Arsenal. Yeah, but he was respectful with it. And then he went, "Oh, by the way, I can't wait till you catch me up on subs." I was like, right, let me check this guy out. And I subbed to him. And he's got 77. But I'll push that. And everyone's like, everyone in the chat was loving it and saying good luck to you. And it's like, Jez, you was there when that guy came on after the watch along and started like fronting me on Saka, Pepe stuff. Yeah, but he kept it real. Yeah, and it's like everyone was loving it because it's like, you're challenging me. That's what I want. Yeah, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, don't be a cunt about it. Yeah, say what you think, but do it respectfully. We'll have a debate. Put yourself on camera.
Well, the thing is, it's like, you know, I'm nobody. I am.
You're not, Jez. You're a ledge.
Look, I'm an Arsenal fan. That's it. I grew up with it. Yeah, okay. I know an awful lot about Arsenal because I was educated with Arsenal for most of my life. My granddad, and I was fortunate enough to grow up at Highbury. But you know, when I spoke to Del Boy, I said, "Yeah, I'd love to come on your channel, man. And if it helps you get traction, then great. Because I've got absolutely no ambitions of setting up my own channel. I love coming on here. I love chatting to Kenny. I love chatting to you. We have great debates. We give our opinions. We don't always agree, and that's good because that's healthy, and that's what a debate and a panel should be about. And we're not here to suck each other off. We're here to give our opinions. And if I can help that a guy who wants to build, I'm going on Gracie Mays in when she sets
Big up Gracie. And
Gracie's lovely young lady. And if I can help her, give her some traction, I will do it because you know, she was educated by her grandfather, and so we've got a bit of an affinity there. And people like Kenny and you, who have your opinions, you've been, you know, I worked it out. I told you I worked it out. Between the three of us, we've got, I think it was 143 years experience.
That is mad.
So, you know,
now imagine throwing Claude into the mix, it'd be over 200. Well,
yeah, sure, you know what I mean?
You know, we've been around the block a few times, so we do know an awful lot.
Yeah.
But what we do,
all the other fallen soldiers, we're touching 500.
Yeah, but the thing is, Lee, what we do on your channel, and this is the important factor, is we give an honest, straight, unbiased opinion. And that is what gives you the traction you get, because people go in the chat and they say, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And it's all about the fact that we talk facts. We don't talk bollocks. We don't talk bullshit. We give facts. Our fan cams and our player ratings are from the heart and they're honest. And you can never ask any more than that. People may not like it, They can say, "Oh, you're talking shit." Well, that's fine. That's your opinion. And if you want to come on and give your opinion, fine.
Yeah, get your camera on and come on.
But no, it doesn't have to be that. Even if they say, "Well, no, I don't agree with you, Jez, because you said that whoever Martinelli was crap today, you only gave him a 6. I think he was great. He gave him an 8." And I'll say, "Well, okay, why?" But half the time, they don't come back.
No, they don't. They don't. They don't. Unfortunately, Ken.
I think you know what I think is they're loyal. I think they got misplaced loyalty to the fan cams like AFTV. They're loyal to like people like the Vision podcast. They're loyal to Gooner podcasts in the United States, and they're loyal to the Gooner Talk and Same Old Arsenal. So, for instance, there's a lot of people who watch those channels who the minute say I go on their channels, there's a problem. They're waiting for me. They're waiting to jump on me because I think, oh, he's with Lee, he's with Jez. So what will happen is that I'll divide opinion. But I never.
Yeah, you're bang on with that, Kenny. Yeah, because Terry said to me the other day that Jessinho, has been told she's Lee Enio. Yeah, Lee Gunnarinho. Yeah, because she's kind of semi Lee Gunner, but not quite. Yeah, so people have been on our case, and I'm just like, everyone like associates anyone with Arteta out as, oh, you're sucking Lee Gunner off. It ain't like that. Listen, people love to have a story. The fact and reality is we've all got our own opinions. And that's what makes football great. Like, we've all got our own opinions. Us three don't agree on everything. The amount of arguments we've had, the amount of arguments I used to have with Chig, and the amount of arguments I have with Ola and other people, right? The fact and reality is we all want Arsenal to be the best. We just have different ideas on how they get there, right? And it's kind of sad that a lot of this has been diluted by Mikel Arteta and lowering the standards. And we'd like to keep the standards high because we're a little bit older than the average Joe. And we've seen the good times. Yeah, we've seen shit times, but we've also seen great times. And between us, if we add up how many fucking trophies we've seen between the three of us, it's peak. But listen, on that bombshell, let's do a 3, 2, 1 countdown on this manager tonight. 3, 2, 1, 5,
6.
You know what? I'm going to give him a 7. You know why I'm giving him a 7? Because I'm taking him off.
You're not. I'm kicking him. He's gone. I'm not. You're not. I'm kicking him. Yeah, about 7.
You know what? You know the reason I'm going to give him a 7.
You played on it, Xhaka.
You know why I'm giving him a 7. I have to, because I gave him a 7. I've got to explain myself. The reason why I'm giving him a 7 because one of the things that I've slagged him off for was complicating the dish, i.e. trying to get him to do things they're not good at and trying to no. I think what's happened is that I felt he read the situation really well in terms of it's simple. I've always said keep it simple, stop trying to complicate matters. If you're gonna put all 9 men behind the ball plus the goalkeeper, make it 10, then do it. And I thought today he got it right. He got his substitutions right because he had a simple game plan. So I've got to give him some sort of credit because he didn't panic, did he? He didn't panic. He knows we're shit. He knows we're midfielders shit.
Yeah, he kind of preempted Xhaka getting sent off. Let's be real.
And he knows what's
happening.
Yeah, and he knows Xhaka's a pork chop, and that if anyone was going to be an idiot today, it was going to be him. So that's why I gave him a 7 on that basis because I've always slagged him off for not keeping it simple. So that's my explanation for giving him a 7.
And you're in the mud. Jez?
I'm giving it a 6, and I'll tell you why I'm giving him a 6. He did the right thing at the right time. Xhaka shagged us all up the arse. We know that. And unfortunately,
Listen, some people are into that, Jez. Yeah, yeah. It's 2022, mate. Listen, we don't differentiate.
Hey, Lee, 2022. There's no gender. Rule one,
Hey, listen,
gender.
I identify as a Cruz Campo, bruv. I'm cool.
he had to drag off Entekia. You can see that kid was so pissed off, and if he didn't kick Xhaka in the face when he got in that changing room, then I'll be very surprised, because I would have done. But he did the right thing. He changed it around, and whatever he said at half time, we parked the bus, and we did, but we got a result. And you got to hand it. Look, I hate Arteta as a manager. I don't hate him personally. I don't know the man. I've never spoken to him, never met him. But as a manager, he's crap, and he will take this club nowhere. But I will give him a due. I will give him a pass when he gets the tactics right. He did today because he had no choice. He had to park the bus, and the team responded. Or, well, Lacazette didn't. You could see Lacazette was going, fuck off, mate.
Yeah, fuck off. I'm out of here in 5 months. I'm just playing for the fans, mate.
But he needs Lacazette. He needs him.
And that's why I'll give him a pass.
Did we miss Aubameyang today?
Sorry?
I know he's at the AFCON, but did we miss Aubameyang today? Because the 5 wins in
a row.
We did.
Oh, we
don't miss Aubameyang. Did we miss Aubameyang tonight?
We miss Aubameyang.
If Aubameyang had the Saka chance, it's in the back of the net. If Lacazette had the Saka chance, it's in the back of the net.
He's a class player. Come on.
Aubameyang, wouldn't he have been asked to do what Martinelli did and sacrificed his game? So he wouldn't have got in that position that
he would have played left wing back most of the game, Kenny.
Well, left back, Martinelli was playing left back, I think.
On this bombshell, lads, I feel like we should wait for the podcast on Saturday at midday for the rest of this. I feel like it's going to kick off. Yeah, and it's a preview for the Sunday game against Tottenham. But listen, both of you, appreciate it. Thank you for coming on. Go and check out all the fan cams. Mad love to everyone. It's 1:45 UK time. I know both of you.
Say something. Can I just say something?
Say what you want, man.
I was having a butcher's, right, and I thought Kevin Campbell. Yeah, Kevin. I love you, mate. But when you say things, I've got to ask you the question. You gave me an 8 today. You gave Arteta an 8, and I know you've been dying to do that. Why? And I gave him a 7 because it's a.
I need words with KC.
I don't know, Kev. What?
I need words with KC, bruv. I need words with KC. Man needs to come back down to earth with this manager, bruv. Man worked under George Graham, yeah. Man needs to. I need words with KC.
Kevin, I know you're watching. You think he read that you see a bit of George Graham in Arteta?
Oh no!
We need to have words with KC. We need to get him on a podcast with us three.
Dear God.
Well, thing with KC, he had a day. We don't bite, Kevin. And like, as we said, we've come on your podcast. Why have you need to come on ours?
KC's a real one, bruv. Yeah, but we need to get him on the we need to get him on the pod, yeah, because we'll put proper questions to him. Yeah, it'll be like a rabbit in the headlights.
You know what? This is it's your podcast, but I say my sister from Finsbury Park, Sophie Nicolau, you can get up here as well.
Get her on as well. Yeah, come on. KC and Sophie.
We want to be battle you as well.
To be fair, right, I'm going to be real with it because that's how I am. Yeah, I don't particularly like that woman, right, for her views. But the one thing I will say about that woman, yeah, every time I've seen her on Lee Judge's TV or any other podcast hybrid squad that she does, yeah. That girl has spoke facts about Arteta for time, right? Yeah. But I know she doesn't particularly like me either. But she's more than welcome to come on here. Yeah, KC, I love him. He can come on here. And all three of us, with them two, will have a debate. And
Yeah.
on that bombshell, we're wrapping this
Definitely,
up, people. Any last words, Kenny Ken?
Well, one thing is right now, these 3 weeks is where Mick Arteta's got to earn his money, because right now the football, because at the end of the day, he's got an opportunity to not take that blank check that the fans are giving him, that the board are giving him, and put himself in the, do a bit of Daniel and the Lions, or Daniel putting his hand in the furnace. Because I'll tell you one thing, these are the make or break. You've got a depleted squad, especially a depleted midfield. You've got a chance to be better than the excuses that the board and your fans are going to give you. Let's see how good you are as a manager, because I'll tell you one thing, right? You get through these 3 games, and you get us in a position into the final, and then you continue this for the rest of the season. Who knows? I might give you a half. I might give you more marks. But this is where this.
You won't, because I ain't having it. Jez,
I won't give you more marks.
Like. No, Kenny, I'm
not
not having it. No, fuck off, Kenny. I ain't having it.
Yeah,
about half mark. Yeah, Jez.
No.
Jez, final thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a 6 tonight, but you're still a fucking prick.
Yeah, tell him. Yeah. I think we should end on that. I think we should end on that. He's a fucking prick.
You know what it is, right? You know what it is, right? He's had what I don't like about Arteta. I don't like this blank check you've been given, mate. You talk a lot of people talk you up as he's the best coach in the country. Well, prove it next week. Prove it. Prove us wrong. Prove me wrong. I get slagged off and said,
prove it Sunday. Prove it Sunday, man.
Prove it Sunday, prove it Thursday, and then prove it against Chelsea in the final. Yeah. And on that bombshell, we need to fuck off, because we've done this for 50 minutes and it's fucking nearly 3 a.m.
50 minutes?
Yeah, you lot don't stop, I swear. The amount of people that say to me, you need to make this 20 minutes. And I'm like, no, I like listening to Kenny and Jez, but you need to make it 20. Well, why don't you just listen to it for 20 minutes at a time?
Yeah.
All right, we're out of here. Arteta the fuck out. Granite
Xhaka.
Yeah.
Your shit,
Xhaka. Coño tonto. Yeah? Coño tonto.